Okay, hold on. We can talk about this. We talk about this. We said we were going to. You're here, right? Are you in Discord? Come talk to me.
Yeah. What's up?
What's up? No, I don't. I'm not leaving the game. I'm gonna keep
Look,
playing the game. I'm
I'm
just.
saying,
Go ahead.
eh, I'm not being critical of you. I'm not being critical of what you're saying. I'm saying, okay, if you're going to say Dune is just these three things and that's it, there's no content beyond that, and that's okay. Well, then, okay, let's do WoW. There's no content in WoW. Hasn't been forever.
That's hard to
Or
say. Well,
Beastfall,
if you're
or
a new.
or Quinfall. What content is there to do in Quinfall? Like, why is? I'm not saying we should be playing something else. I'm saying for the folks that are saying, oh, Dune is dead or Dune is stagnant, there's only these three things to do. I'm like, okay, well, then tell me all the wonderful stuff there is to do in Quinfall.
And I
And they'll
can't.
go, oh, well, there's only three things to do in Quinfall. Like,
And the
well, then why
games.
are you crapping all over Dune
It's
when the game you want to play or like to play isn't any better?
well, see, a lot of the people though that I hear complaining about
Or WoW
Dune
players.
are
What is there to do in WoW? You know,
well, if you're a new player
like
to
go on a
WoW,
quest?
if you're a new player to
Go on the
WoW,
same quest you've done over and over and over again? The
that's it.
same quest? That's
That's
all there is to do in WoW.
but
Big
that's
deal.
but that's if you're not like I've got a
But they're
guy
going to
in my
say that's a reason that dude is dead. Like, okay, well, by that same logic, WoW is
WoW is
dead and
dead.
has
I
been.
agree with you 100%, and I don't think WoW's dead. But I think if you're not
I
a
don't think
new,
it is either.
I don't think if you're not a new player to WoW, like I've got a guy in my guild,
I've
which
never played WoW, by the way.
so if you went and played WoW, there's tons of content for you, right?
Oh,
There's
I'm
20
sure there is.
years. There's 20 years of content for you. There's the difference, right? Dune is in the beginning stages. So what I'm disappointed about is they're coming out with one dungeon, right? So some armor and some
Uh,
weapons, right? And they're not continuing with chapter 4. Where's chapter 4? It's kind of like, well, you're not they said
I think the mistake was. Go ahead.
well, the mistake.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I do it a lot myself. Um, I think the mistake is they are dropping the ball with not coming out with content for the PVE players. The content that they're coming out upsets me because it's like a smack in the face to me because it's like here's a dungeon, here's some new weapons and here's some new armor. We're going to worry about console release because that's what they're fucking worried about right now. And I understand that's a big hit or miss. Get it. But they literally in the development video Thursday avoided every PvP question on the board. They just avoided them. They didn't answer them, and they only answered the ones that they wanted, right? And they're notorious for that. Now, they did say that their hands are kind of tied because they can't talk about certain things. So do they have PvP
Understand it.
content? And that's suits and ties, and they also don't want other people stealing their content or their ideas. Fair enough. I get it,
Right.
right? That's a business point of view and not wanting somebody
Yeah.
to steal your ideas. But right now, this game, it's not dead. That's been one of my arguments. Oh, the game's
No,
dead. The game's dead. There's only a 4,000. There's only 4,000
no, it's
players
not.
playing, and
No, it's
that's
not.
bullshit. There's 4,000 people on Monday, maybe. Right now, there's
People
over
that are saying
8,000
it's
people.
dead, the people that are saying it's dead by the same criteria that they say they're using to declare it dead applied to any other game are equally dead.
I agree with you 100.
So
percent
I'm not going to feel bad about Dune being dead when every other game on the market is also dead by the same people.
Okay, well, here's a good one, and I can when they come because
You
you've
know?
seen the videos where I rant. I've been on rants. I posted them on YouTube.
Oh, I
I've got a
know.
couple
That guy
hundred
was cool.
views on those,
But
right?
here's my mistake. The mistake that I wanted to point out earlier was I think very early on, I think they set too aggressive a timeline expectation
I think they
with
bit off more than
the
they could
player
chew.
base. Right. Well, it that plays into it, but I think they basically set this expectation that we're going to be on some kind of like quarterly, 3 month, or 6 month cadence for stuff,
And they weren't ready for it.
and that's not realistic. They don't have the manpower to turn out that much content in that short a time frame.
I agree 100%. I agree
And
100%.
and so and so, but they set that expectation instead. I think the mistake was like, hold up, guys, no, this is like 6 months. Get used to it, figured out the mechanics. We hear you, but the reality is, it takes us 6 months to churn out new content. So, screaming louder that you need it 3 months from now isn't going to make it come any faster.
Yeah, I agree. But you're
You
gonna
know,
get the
and if they set that expectation up front, they said, well, chapter three is going to come out a year from now or 9 months from now.
it wouldn't be they wouldn't be getting as big of a backlash right now. I wouldn't be so
Exactly,
disappointed. Dude, I watched Grimace.
because
I
people
think
have
it's
an attention span of gnats.
oh god dang,
You
that's the
know,
fact that well, gamers are assholes, and we fall into that
and it's,
category
and,
occasionally,
and I
right?
get that, and
We
they fell into the trap of kind of like, okay, we want to appease our audience, and they're like, I want content and I want it now. And they're like, well, it's really 6 months out. And the audience said, no, 3 months, 3 months. And I said, well, kind of, oh, okay. And then all of a sudden, that got turned into, well, you guys are missing deliverable.
and
And
that's why I'm like
that's the
I
trap they fell into,
I will
I think.
definitely fight. I will definitely fight the fact the game's not dead. You know, I've sat here and fought that
Oh, I
argument
know.
with
I'm not,
people.
I'm not
Yeah,
saying that at all.
yeah.
It's
I
not.
think it is
It
definitely
is in a
stagnant right
lull.
now.
But I sat through New World, and New World was like, hey, this next update is going to be, maybe 2 years away, maybe a year away.
And look where New World
And they
is.
gave a roadmap, and they said, this is the roadmap. And maybe it'll change,
What's
maybe
up?
it won't. But they managed the expectation that this wasn't coming anytime soon. So then when they announced something, everybody's like, "Oh wow, this is a little bit ahead of time."
Somebody just joined. Who's in here?
Who is it? I don't know.
Oh, it's Monsko.
Monska,
Monska. Uh,
Monska.
he's one of my long time. He's actually my longest follower. How you doing, brother? I
Good.
don't.
How are you?
I'm doing good. Still in this is Dune. Me and him, I think, pocketed me
It's
on the
not
same
dead.
page.
It's not dead.
It's not dead.
I,
WoW's not a
no,
dead game.
I'm enjoying it.
This is the way I've worded it, and I will stand 10 toes down
There are dead
about it.
games. Ashes of
This
Creation is
game,
dead.
well, it's
New World is
dead.
dead.
Yeah, because they're a dead game. This is one of my arguments, and I can never get somebody that comes in my stream and they're like, this game's dead. Oh my god, I can't believe you're playing it. And I'm like, what is your definition of a dead game? And I can never get an answer, right? And I'll give you my answer.
The answer is it's games that they don't play personally. That's
Yes,
the answer.
that is their answer.
And
They're
they don't
not
want to
playing
admit
it.
it, and they want to make it sound like I'm the leader of everybody. I'm more important than everybody. I speak for a whole bunch of people that don't exist. Me and all my army of imaginary friends have decided this game is dead.
So a dead game to me, right? A definition of a dead game to me. There's two definitions, or you could put them
I
in
can't
one,
play
right?
it. That's dead.
Well, I can't play it because it's completely taken off the market, or they're not
Right.
making
It's dead.
any
Yeah.
content for it
Or
anymore.
I say so.
Or you got Monsko,
Or-
which is going to be the devil's advocate of the
Oh, yeah.
conversation,
If
right?
I say so. That's what it means.
But that's what,
Yeah.
yeah,
Reality is what I define it to be.
that's. And I think that is
And you
the.
can't argue with that. But those people are not going to be convinced of anything different. And
I
that's the sad part.
I agree. I agree. I'm gonna clip that so I can put that in, and we can continue because I might clip another thing. But yes, I think that Dune is not dead. Dune is in a very stagnant place because they have put all of their eggs in one basket in console release. The update that they're releasing right now, I am personally disappointed with because they are not continuing with Chapter 4, which is the actual story of the game. They are giving us a dungeon, some armor, and some weapons. Cool. They're giving us very little content, but this game is
I
not
could buy
dead.
them saying, "Hey, we really wanted to give you that extra content, that chapter 4, but we've got this movie release coming up and we are behind schedule, and so we had to put that on hold until after the movie launch."
They kind of said it like that, but they didn't
And they, and
verbally
they
say it
and they
like
could say
that.
that,
I
but they
did
could have,
find it funny
if
that
they had
they
framed it like that, then people would have said, "Oh, okay, yeah, okay, we got,"
wouldn't be getting as big as a
they're going to get
backlash.
it. What backlash? They already had our money. What are we going to
And
do?
1,500 hours of gameplay, right? You know what I mean? That's another
Yeah, yeah.
argument, right?
They're
We
like,
can
"Oh,
we
you're
hold
going to
on.
quit? Oh, so you're going to stop costing us server costs? Okay, great. Have
So
fun with that.
so we can
Go spend
definitely
your money someplace
agree.
else."
We can definitely agree that the game's not dead. It is in a
No,
stagnant place, and we're just waiting for new content because we know that they will be
it's.
coming out with new
I wouldn't
content.
even say it's stagnant. I would just say that it's at a resting place.
There you go. That's a good way to
We're
put
we're
it.
at a pause. We're at a pause because we're waiting for the work that they're doing to coincide for console to launch with the movie. Like, I don't think anybody is saying, "Oh, I am so important. I think you should work on content for me and blow off all that movie opportunity."
Oh, they have to hit that.
You'd be laughed out.
They have